Oh man, it's been forever. I don't know how long it's been since I actually showed myself on camera. Probably I did on a live stream a couple of years ago, but it's been actually very, very long time. And well, the last video I uploaded on this channel it's been almost 2 months, but actually that doesn't count. I'm here to explain things, quite a few things. Mostly the reason of my disappearance. Actually, this is more of an apology because I don't really have a good excuse this time around. Usually, I shield myself on studies and work and being very busy. But this time, actually, I don't have any good excuse other than being lazy. But I did something in the period of time I didn't do anything internet related, and probably you will not notice it at all because it's been 2 years and I haven't shown myself on camera, so again you will not notice it at all. And it is connected to the idea of or the reason why I haven't shown on camera during those couple of years. Well, the thing is, I started in January with this idea of doing a new sets of shows and changing many shows to other channels, doing the replays on Chilean Retro Gamer the Third, and I started doing these classic gaming exclusive shows in here in English and in Spanish, and using the second main channel for anything but retro gaming. I started doing that for the whole of January practically, and I was uploading videos completely like on dedicated to that until like the 10th or the 11th of February, and then I stopped. Even though I have still a few videos to upload, but I will get to that later on the video. The thing is, and again, you will not notice anything of what I'm gonna be saying now, but in a way, this will explain my disappearance. This will not excuse it in any way. Probably some people will understand, the majority will not, but I don't really care if you really understand it or not. Yeah, the thing is, by mid-January, I decided to start a definite treatment to lose weight. I've always been trying to fight obesity because I've been usually fighting more, well, yes, at some point morbid obesity, even if it's not really noticeable, not right now, or not even when I had it. Morbid obesity in terms of the numbers, right? Yeah, the thing is, I decided to start a treatment by mid-January by not necessarily going on a diet, but through medication, through going on daily basis to the gym, and basically take care of myself. Thing is, I also suffer from anxiety, and that usually results in me eating a lot out of boredom. Again, a lot of you will understand this, a lot of you will not. And if you don't, again, sorry if you really, I'm boring you with this, but this is basically a message for those who really were sort of worried, because I received a few messages asking, and even people thinking that it was something related to my cancer that I had 3 years ago, but it's nothing related to that, trust me. It's related to my health, as you can tell right now, because I'm explaining this idea of going under a treatment about my health. Treatment about my weight. And I decided to go under a treatment by mid-January, the 20th, more or less. And I've been able to lose, today is April the 4th. Today, the very same day I'm uploading this video, by the way. So yeah, it's been practically 2 months and a half. Truth is, in around 2 months of treatment, I've been able to lose around 40 pounds, close to 18, 19 kilograms for those who measure it in kg, kilograms. 18 to 19, practically 20. Actually, it should be more. It shouldn't be more by now, but last week I had a little problem, personal problem in terms of, a relative unfortunately passed away, one of my grandfathers. So I kind of got a little, how can I say it? I got a little bit, how can I say it? I wasn't so strict with my meals, so I got out of hand with that because I was eating out a lot because of that, because I was at the funeral and basically attending other things, taking care of other things. I wasn't at home. I didn't have time to go to the gym, and when I did have time, I really didn't feel like it during the week. So I didn't really lose so much weight last week. So that's why I got a little bit stuck. And so the idea is to get back to the strict treatment right today or as soon as possible in order not to lose the pace, right? Losing weight. But yeah, and of course, the more weight you lose, the slower it becomes. The ones that have undergone under a similar treatment know what I'm talking about. But yeah, in around 2 months, 2 months and a half, I've been able to lose around 40 pounds, around 18, 19 kilograms. So I'm not longer, I mean, I'm still obese, but not morbidly obese, sorry. So, I mean, it doesn't matter the numbers, but I still have to go through a lot more. I still have to lose at least twice the amount I have lost until now. So yeah, for you to get the idea of how fat I've been. But of course, I have gone through a lot, or I have lost a lot in very little time without having to experience or without having to sacrifice myself too much, which is great, right? And basically this explains in a way one of the reasons why I haven't really appeared on camera too much. Because if there is something that I really have is lack of confidence, low self-esteem. Again, even if it's not really noticeable in my face, like having an enormous cheeky face, I'm ashamed of showing on camera with a lot of more weight on. That's why I didn't show myself on camera, and I was waiting for this moment until I have a not very super fat face for me to show like I always have in previous years. Probably in previous years I showed myself on camera with a bit more of weight than that, and even with less weight than this. Back in 2011 I actually was like 5 kilograms thinner than this, which it's possible to do in a month from now maybe. And probably it was my best moment, a physical moment, since I started the YouTube thing. And then I recovered all of those kilograms back. I don't know why. That was that's another story back in the day. But it's the best I have felt in around 5 years, physically speaking. The problem is, again, I had this inconvenient with my relative, my grandfather, and of course, I don't want to put that as an excuse, but the things got a little bit out of hand. I got disorganized with my meals and my routine, so I'm trying to get back to this, to normal as soon as possible. Starting today, hopefully, working out. But yeah, because I was so into the treatment, I didn't really focus on anything else but that. And of course, I put YouTube and anything internet related aside. That's the excuse. Basically, that's the point I wanted to get to, and that's the part in which I would like you to understand my disappearance. Basically, I was so into losing weight, and it's been so worth it until now that, yeah, I mean, I had the time because I wasn't working. I didn't do any English class in around a month and a half. So I did have the time, a lot of time, to do streams, to do recordings. I mean, I would have done a lot of projects until now, but it didn't really feel like it. I was so into losing weight, and it's been so productive until now that I was really focusing on doing that with good results until now, at least, and doing nothing else. And it didn't really feel like doing anything else but that. And that's why I left YouTube and streaming aside. And I want that to change. I want to find a balance. That's what I'm trying to look for. And that's why I'm making this video, by the way, because otherwise I wouldn't have bothered. I'm trying to find a balance. So yeah, I got back to class, I got back to work, I'm doing a bit of everything. So yeah, basically when I was losing weight, I wasn't doing anything. I was on vacation time from the institute. I wasn't working, so I was with pretty much all day available to do this, to do YouTube. But I was only focusing on going to the gym, working out in the morning, working out in the evening, and then go to sleep and take care of my meals. But not even watching videos, not even watching streams. I was absolutely, away from the internet. Of course, I mean, let alone playing video games. I wasn't even interested in that. So, but now I'm trying to get back to everything slowly. Getting back to the studies, of course, I started like a month ago. Getting back to working, I started 2 weeks ago. Getting back to doing English classes, the lessons, And I want to get back to YouTube as well, without sacrificing the treatment. Again, I'm trying to find a balance during these weeks. So I want you to be patient. I still have Yoshi's Island pending. I still have Plants vs. Zombies pending. I just started Luigi's Adventure 3 replay. So I'm getting back to those 3 projects. I still have projects in Spanish pending. So I'm gonna get back to those. I have to check and get things ready to resume those live streams and the recordings in case it's necessary, and maybe something new in between. But yeah, give me some time. I still have around 5 or 6 videos on Yoshi's Island from January, so I'm gonna get those uploaded. And I think I have something else from the secondary channels that I am also going to get uploaded. So give me a couple of weeks to catch up with the uploads, and during these days I'm going to be announcing and preparing a schedule for me to get back to this. But again, I want to plan things out in the way that I don't sacrifice the studies, I don't sacrifice the internet time. At least I've been getting back to watching and YouTube and streams, which is at least something. So I want to get back to that. I want to get back to doing webcam. As you can see, now I have basically the courage to show my face again, because I'm not as fat as I was 2 months ago, practically 2 months and a half ago. Really, I didn't feel like showing my face on camera because I didn't have the guts. I mean, I had a lot of guts, but you know what I'm trying to say. I didn't have the personality. I've shown myself on camera many times, but back in the day I was like now, maybe a little bit fatter, but I don't know. I didn't dare. I didn't have the courage, even though a lot of fatter people than myself do dare to do that, and they don't care, and they're still very popular. But again, it's a matter of self-esteem. But don't worry, I'm working on that, and I know I shouldn't worry about that, but I do, and again, I know I'm not right about that, but again, I'm working on that, and I would like to work it out, and I'm working on that again, I insist. But again, I would like to do webcam when I do live streams more frequently, if not all the time, like back in the day, because I did it in the past. It's not the first time, but I stopped doing it because I realized I was gaining weight and not looking like cool or whatever. I mean, I don't plan on looking beautiful because I'm not, but again, I mean, it's a matter of confidence, you know what I'm trying to say. So I just didn't want to appear on camera and didn't feel like comfortable, but now I do, or I do feel more comfortable than before. So I mean, yeah, the last time I showed myself on camera was when I did live streams on Deep Games on Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, and I was like a bit fatter than now back then, and I mean, I didn't have any problem. So yeah, I can absolutely do that as well by now. I don't have any problem with that. So yeah, I think I will be doing that more often. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing that. I mean, you notice that. I mean, when back in the day when I did update videos, I showed my face all the time, but I suddenly stopped doing that. It was because I was gaining so much weight. So I didn't have the confidence to show myself on camera and avoid any comments like, oh, you are getting bigger, you are getting fatter, you are looking fatter or whatever. And I wouldn't be very bothered by that. But again, I've been fighting for that for years, and now I think I made some decent progress. I still have to work on that, of course. The idea that till the end of the year I can get 80% or 90% of the main objective, which is basically to get rid of all the fat or most of it out of my body. And I think we can do that if we are consistent enough. But again, I don't want to sacrifice things because of that. I mean, at least I got rid of a lot of basically a lot of fat, a lot of kilograms, whatever. But I don't want to sacrifice everything. So that's why I waited for a couple months, practically, yeah, because I stopped like at the beginning of February, so we are beginning of April. I think it's a good time for me to go back. A lot of people take longer breaks. Trust me, this is not as much as other people do. So the apology is, I think, is necessary, but I am not going to be exaggerated about that. I mean, it's an apology, but I'm not going to ask for complete forgiveness about this, because I think it's in a way necessary for me to take a break and take care of personal stuff in that sense. But again, I wanted to get back. I'm going to be back. I'm going to resume projects. I'm going to start new things as well, pre-recorded live streams. But again, the majority of things, as I announced at the beginning of the year, will be live. As I told you, the idea is to produce as much as possible, and maybe with a webcam, because now I have the confidence to do that. And I don't know, whatever comment and question you have, and if you still want to call me fat, well, I'm still fat. I have titties. So yeah, I mean, even when I was thin back in the day, 10 years ago, I had titties anyway, so it's not gonna change anything. And yeah, man, I don't know what else to say. I think I explained everything, including the projects that are still pending. So yeah, thank you for your patience. Thank you for listening and for watching this horrible face of mine. Yeah, I don't have a goatee anymore because, yeah, that's another thing. The goatee makes my face look fatter. And now that I actually lose a lot of weight, I still don't want to get rid of the full beard. You know, lack of confidence again. Even if I can get back to the goatee, I don't want to. Well, eventually I will. Or maybe not. Who knows? Anyways, thanks for your time. And basically that was the main reason of my disappearance. Me losing weight. And it's been working pretty well. But I've been getting stuck in the last 2 weeks or so. But I will try to get back to that. Not to get out of my way and, you know, gain all the weight again, which has happened in the past. I don't want that to happen, so I need some self-control, and of course I want to get back to YouTube. So here I am. I hope to get back to uploading the pending videos from January and get back to the live streaming, official new live streaming this week or next week, hopefully. So yeah, thank you very much. See you soon enough.